threat from Islamic militants. While Algeria says its conduct is a model for other countries, as many as 30,000 people have been killed in violence that's pitted an unpopular government against fundamentalists determined to establish an Islamic state. Thousands of Algerians have fled to France, Algeria's former colonial ruler, for refuge, only to find themselves unwelcome. Many live in the city of Marseille, where they complain of persecution by authorities who regard them as a threat to the French way of life.
For the 2 million Algerians in France, caught between two cultures, life is not easy. They bear the brunt of events back home. Since '91, when the military junta took over in Algiers and outlawed the Islamic Salvation Front, or FIS, who'd won the elections, the French have branded every Algerian or Muslim a potential terrorist or fundamentalist. This has damaged relations in the Muslim community.
Nous souffrons des amalgames qui sont faits à chaque fois qu'il y a un attentat.
We suffer because every time there's an incident or event in Algeria, people jump to conclusions and we get blamed, as if we're behind it all. It makes our lives impossible.
Et ça, ce n'est pas acceptable.
Voilà, vous êtes en train d'écouter Karim Amazir en direct de Radio Soleil Marseille 87.
Radio Soleil has to play French as well as Maghreb music in order to survive, as Muslim radio stations are banned. A virtual apartheid exists in France. Muslims cannot pray at work, wear the headscarf or hijab at school, build new mosques, read certain Islamic books, or publish Islamic newspapers. At night, police stop and search Algerians in Paris. Hundreds are being held in prison, with half a dozen under house arrest. Facing expulsion to Algeria, they are suspected FIS leaders, accused of terrorism, a charge they deny.
Allez-y, regardez dans les dictionnaires et lisez la définition du mot
I say to you, you must look up in the dictionary the meaning of the word terrorist. You'll find that it means an act against a legitimate government. And in Algeria, that's not the case. Actions in Algeria are against an illegitimate and illegal government. So therefore it's true that there's terrorism in Algeria, but it's terrorism by the state against the people.
Terrorisme, c'est vrai, mais terrorisme d'État contre le peuple.
The actions of the Algerian regime are well documented. Some 10,000 prisoners are being held in concentration camps in the Sahara, shown in these photos which have been smuggled out. Hundreds of others are in prisons, and torture and killings go on in the name of maintaining the peace. This room is full of policemen, ex-security officers and soldiers who've escaped with stories of the horrors they helped carry out. This policeman couldn't stand it anymore.
We killed people who had nothing to do with terrorism just on the basis of doubt. We've taken people into the forests and said, "Okay, you're free," and then shot them in the back as they tried to escape.
FIS sympathizers in exile are trying to win support internationally to pressurize France to change its policy.
They are backing the Algerian junta with money, arms, technicians, and they said that we are helping the Algerian people. We don't need the help. We don't need them help. Just leave us. Let us sort our problem.
Neither the mayor nor the prefect here in Marseille would agree to be interviewed on the Algerian question. With the approaching French elections, it's a political hot potato no one, it seems, is prepared to handle. But as Algerians petition for peace, help has come from the French President Mitterrand, who has suggested an EU conference on Algeria's future. For France to even offer a helping hand to end the violence gives Algerians at home and abroad a ray of hope. Vivian Morgan, BBC News, Marseille.
Let's have a look at the sport now. Here's